Hello and welcome to Would You Rather with Big Mike and the boys. I'm Big Mike, and here are some boys. Tony and Liam, how's it going?
The boys are back, huh?
Boys are back in town, Mike.
Boys are back.
Week after week.
Oh, yeah.
Week after week. No gaps.
No.
What are you talking about, gaps? Baby gap.
I don't know. So I was thinking, lads, that this week maybe we should call this episode Big Mike's New Mic, because I got a new mic. How exciting is that?
Yeah, the Yoda, isn't it?
The baby Yoda, yeah.
Bigfoot.
Yeah, pretty much. Tony, I see you have some trendy new headphones as well. Bit kind of gamer girl looking.
Yeah, they're not new, but yeah. New headphones.
No, they're new to me, and that's all that matters.
Exactly.
Selfish cunt.
For my Twitch account, Gamer Girl 69.
Gamer Girl 69 at Twitch, everybody.
So, how's your week been? Have you got up to much?
It's grand. Yeah, in the process of moving, so boxes everywhere. If you can see in the background there.
Oh, lovely. I can't. I'll trust you though. I'll trust you that there are boxes there.
Yeah.
There's no boxes, Mike.
and Tony, you just ruined the podcast for like everyone who thinks that we're in some impressive studio together somewhere in California.
Well, that's their fault. They're just stupid then. Like,
Hey, dick cunts.
To all our stupid listeners, I apologize for Tony's behavior.
If you got any complaints, you could always send them to gamergirl69 at Twitch. Any negative comments.
Twitch.com.co.uk. All right, lads. All right.
I hope there's not
enough for this fun. We have a podcast to do, you know?
Oh, yeah.
We've got some serious business to do, and I have a question for you guys.
Fucking excited.
If the Muppets were remaking any movie or series of movies, what would you want it to be?
Jeez, I really have to like spruce up my Muppets. There's a Muppets Christmas Carol, isn't there? There's that one.
There is that one. So
they've done that already, though.
Then there's the Baby Muppets or something, isn't it?
But that wasn't an adaptation of anything. That was just like what mad shit would Baby Muppets get up to, you know?
Yeah.
How about Fast and the Furious? I think that would be pretty fucking class.
Yeah, right.
Fast and
Now I'm getting the
Furious
question.
Muppet
Yeah, here we
Trip.
go.
Okay,
now he's getting them.
Yeah, I'd really like them to do something like what's that one? Not the tapeworm. What's it called? Human Centipede. That's it.
The Muppet Centipede.
I really wasn't expecting that.
Oh yeah.
Who would be in the middle?
That's a good question.
Piggy in the middle.
Piggy in the middle. I think Piggy would be funnier in
And
front.
would they make that joke?
Yeah.
Tony, would it be a kind of comedy? Because like they make everything kind of comedy musical usually when they do it.
You have to wait and see. I'll send them a message and see if they might go.
Send them a message on Twitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Greenboy69 at Twitch. Go on, Mike. You surely have something for this.
I would love, and I didn't ask this question not having an answer like usual.
Yeah.
I would love for them to do Lord of the Rings.
Would you?
The Muppet Lord of the Rings. I think it would be so amazing.
Who would be Frodo?
I don't know, because straight away you think Kermit, but then you've got to think around it. You got to think like, who's Bilbo? So is Bilbo Kermit and is Robin Frodo?
Don't know. Gandalf as well.
Yeah.
Got a lot of characters there. Is there enough Muppets for the amount of characters there?
Gandalf seems like he'd be kind of like Sam the Eagle, but then are you going to give that big of a spot to Sam the Eagle, you know? Maybe not.
And surely Sam the Eagle would be one of the Eagles. Like,
that makes sense, yeah. He probably would
wouldn't
be.
he?
Nah, just really throw a curveball. Like.
Come on. Let's fill out the fellowship here with
Filling out the fellowship with Big Mike and the boys. Here we go.
Muppet Fellowship. Yeah. Who's Aragorn going to be? Who's our big Aragorn Strider? Who's going to be Strider?
Strider.
Struggle with the old Aragorn there, didn't you?
I did a bit, yeah.
See, I don't know. I think all the Muppets are a bit thick, like.
Okay, so you think none of them are Strider worthy? Would Strider be a human then?
Maybe.
Garfield. Mix it in. Mix it in.
Just,
doesn't work.
No, but John from Garfield. No, not actually Garfield.
So you mean the actor?
Yeah.
We'll say Aragorn could be a human then. There's usually one human in there.
Right.
Idris Elba.
Yeah, Idris Elba would be good. What are we thinking for Legolas?
Probably Piggy. No, Piggy would be Gimli.
Do you think Piggy be Gimli?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Real
That'd be
fighter,
good.
like.
Piggy could be Gimli.
Legolas has to be just someone who just stares into a distance.
Oh, isn't there that he's in the band, isn't he? He kind of looks a bit like Legolas with the long blonde hair.
Isn't that's a girl, isn't it?
Yeah. Way to be progressive, Mike. Jeez.
Would all of Dr. Teeth's electric funky band or whatever they're called, would they all be in the Fellowship, you think? Who would Animal be?
He'd be one of the animals that they ride, the orcs.
You think?
Oh yeah.
You think Animal would be a warg?
Yeah, whatever they're called.
I think they'd make warg puppets. I think Animal would be a good Gimli, actually.
Just shitting all over Tony's idea for Piggy as Gimli. Nice.
Yeah, but I think Piggy, with her, like, since she's always in like romantic times,
She's really aggressive though.
I feel like she would be Arwen, you know, and she'd be kissing Idris Elba.
I don't know. She's got some karate moves, like.
Gimli doesn't.
Oh, you haven't seen behind the scenes Lord of the Rings. Gimli's got a black belt on all the time. Apparently he used to just walk around set with like the full gi and like everything.
Do you know all of the actors from the Fellowship of the Ring, like all 9 of them, got the Elvish like letter for 9 tattooed on them, except for the guy who played Gimli. His stunt double got it because he wouldn't get it.
That's ridiculous.
Apparently he's no crack at all.
That's weird as well.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So
Is that because he's real small?
no karate moves in him. I
Yeah.
think he's a racist. That could be libelous. So
Leave that in. But couldn't
leave it in. Yeah.
I think maybe Piggy should be Legolas.
Why is that?
Because she's already had a long blonde mane and she looked good in it. And she's got like those stealth moves, you know?
He doesn't really speak.
Yeah,
He
and that'd be
looks in the
great
distance.
as well. She's fucking head wrecking. What do your pig eyes see, you know?
And what would the other 3 hobbits? Who would they be? Who would be Sam? Would that be like Gonzo?
Yeah, he's probably the best, isn't he?
Or would Gonzo and Rizzo the Rat be Merry and Pippin?
Oh, that's possible. Who maybe?
This is terrible audio for people who don't like Lord of the Rings or the Muppets.
Yeah.
I don't even know. I don't know half of these people.
Yeah,
There's a chef, isn't it? The chef would be. The chef would be Gandalf, actually.
Oh, the Swedish. He'd be Saruman.
I actually thought of him for Saruman, to be fair. Jim Henson should get on this.
Henson, lad, get out of your grave and get on this.
Exactly.
Or just Gavin.
He was definitely a racist, though, now that you mention he's dead.
And libel the dead.
Can't libel the dead, man.
Okay, right.
Right.
Well, if you're listening at home, if you like the Muppets or Lord of the Rings, let us know who you would put in your Muppet Fellowship over on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at Big Mike Pod.
Alternatively.
Should we just get into it?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Twitch at GamerGirl69.
69.
We better check that up and see if there is an actual. There surely
If
is.
not, I might have to start a Twitch
Oh,
account.
Porter.
Gamer Girl 69.
GamerGirl_69. Do you know what music I haven't heard in a while?
What?
This week's episode of Would You Rather with Big Mike and the Boys is brought to you by 5-star reviews on iTunes. So, lads, we've not got enough 5-star reviews on iTunes for my liking. Why do you think that is?
I don't know. I feel when you are a hit podcast, the people just presume that you've already got all the 5-star reviews you need.
Yeah.
So they don't bother. I think that's a lot of it.
Yeah. I could be. What about you, Tony? What?
I have people leaving messages, but they think we're a hotel.
Yeah?
Trying to make bookings and stuff.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's confusing them or not.
Are we getting the reviews on TripAdvisor? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I don't know if that's confusing them. It's a completely different website, but, you know, people are people.
People are people,
You know what I
man.
mean?
We stayed at the start of the
People
show.
are people.
Idiots.
Yeah.
That's Gamer Girl 69.
Yeah.
I think we cut that out, did we?
No?
No, absolutely not.
Okay. So, I thought we have 3 5-star reviews on iTunes, so I thought I'd just read them out for all our listeners so that
Do we?
people listening to this podcast right now know what other listeners think of the podcast that they are listening to right now. And then every week, if we get any more 5-star reviews, I'll read them out on the podcast.
Yeah, no matter what they say, once they're 5 stars, we'll read them out.
Anything.
You can say whatever horrible stuff you want to say about us. Just give us 5 stars.
It can even be racist. It can be about Jim Henson. It can be anything you like.
You can be racist, but I'm going to be like very clear while I'm reading it. This isn't Mike. This is Gamer Girl 69's review.
You leave her alone, okay?
I heard it's Susie Soccer's account. Lads, this is the least organised ad we've ever had. So if you're in Ireland giving us a review, I'm going to see it. Don't worry. And if you're elsewhere, just pop us over a message on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram at Big Mike Pod with a screenshot of your review, and I'll read it out here in the pod. But here are some really insightful reviews on iTunes. Leash Lass says, great show. Loving this. Perfect escapism. And then a star emoji with like little kind of starburst. I suppose it looks kind of like 3 little bits coming out of it. So that was a nice review, wasn't it, lads?
That was lovely. Thank you, Leash Lass.
Nice. Leash Lass, huh?
Yeah.
Hello.
Where do you think she's from?
Louth, I'd say.
Up the country somewhere anyway.
Yeah. Another review comes from my dad, and it says, my favourite podcast.
It's his username, my dad.
Yeah, well, it's Martin Noglass, which is my dad. Like, as in the dad of Big Mike.
Man who, I was about to say the man who gave birth to you, but no, that doesn't make sense.
He was involved somehow, I think. So he said, my favourite podcast, the best podcast I've listened to. Very funny. Well done, lads. And he has never listened to another podcast, so he's not lying there, you know.
Fucking, he's an honest man, your dad.
It is the best podcast. Yeah.
You really like that one episode, though.
The next one is from me. But do you know,
from me,
if you can't love your own podcast, who can?
Oh, it's actually you.
Me, like Big Mike.
Oh, it was like for me, and I was like, maybe that's our listener in Zambia.
No,
okay.
No, it's me. And I said funny and thought provoking. I really look forward to this every week. The lads are very down to earth and they have natural chemistry together. The questions are well thought out and interesting to play along with. And most of all, it's something funny to listen to while I'm doing the dishes. And here's the thing, lads. We have a dishwasher in my house, so I don't even do the dishes. Like,
well, you're loading the dishwasher, you know, you still do the dishes.
I'm loading the dishwasher. Gotta have it in the headphones. Dishwashers, the clanging of the plates is a bit loud. So yeah, that's all our reviews on iTunes. So anyone listening on iTunes now, please give us a little 5-star review. Say something nice about our chemistry, maybe.
That's it.
Compliment about Tony. Say you do believe that he's moving house and there are boxes.
Yeah.
But yeah. So should we just get into the podcast then?
Sure. Why not? Like, why wouldn't we do that? We do it every week.
Sure, we do it every time. Every time. We never don't do it.
Wait, did you pack your blender yet?
No.
So you're still making soup?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Oh, what soup did you make this week?
Leek and onion.
Leek and onion.
Nice. Yeah.
You're like, you put some, like, why won't you put some chili or something nice into your soups? Why is it all weird shit?
What do you mean? Why is that weird?
What's weird about leek and onion?
So boring. Come on, man.
Oh.
Like last week it was Bruce Lee soup, I think, and now it's leek and onion.
Yeah. Leek and onion. It's whatever's running out, you know?
Right.
Trying to use up those perishables before he moves, Mike. Come on.
Exactly. I won't even tell you what I'm going to make next week.
That'll be good audio.
Well, you better tell us. It's a segment on the podcast. So we're still on round 2 of the competition, lads. So have you seen any firm favourites so far of what you think is going to make the distance, go the distance, win the competition?
We'll just have to wait and see.
I feel like Tail could take it.
You don't remember, do you? You feel like what can take it?
Tail. I think Tail could take it.
Tail could take it, even though Tony chose against it.
Yeah, I chose against it.
Yeah, he did, but it was against the bendy bus, so that wasn't understandable, and I didn't get it.
It was against a bendy bus, and he thought he was actually going to get a bendy bus if he picked that, rather than just the ability to drive one.
Yeah.
Okay, so so this week's questions come from episode 5 and episode 6. So if you're looking back in the archives, that's Ice Tub Time Machine and Roller Coaster Spotting. In week 5, I asked you guys, did you ever think we'd get this far? In week 5. I also suggested putting on a best of instead of doing the episode. So there's that.
Oh, that'll happen. That'll be coming soon.
And then in week 6, I also asked, did you ever think we'd get this far?
You ask that every week, don't you? Every week is a surprise, like.
And did you ever think we would get this far? Episode 32?
Fucking sick, man. As many episodes as there are counties in Ireland.
Yeah. We used to have like the Republic, and now we have a Republic and Northern Ireland.
Yeah.
And that's nice, you know. Whether they want to or not, you know, we got them all now.
Oh, yeah.
It's only a matter of time.
It only took our podcast to do it.
And something else notable about episode 6 is that at the end, Tony told us about his bootleg snacker shop.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I had loads of schnackers yesterday. It's quite funny you brought that up. It's the first time in a while. I bought a loaf of bread. There's only a couple of slices left. Like.
That is a lot.
How many is loads?
He said he bought a loaf of bread and he only has a couple of slices left. Tune in, Mike.
Tune in every week on Monday.
Made a nice mango barbecue, spicy barbecue sauce. So I was just dipping that in that the whole time.
He fucking loves it, Mike.
Tune in next week to Cooking with Tony and the boys. Where Tony will teach you how to make nice dippers for schnackers.
What's the weirdest snacker you ever made?
The weirdest? Yeah. Yogurt.
Yogurt? And what? Just yogurt?
Just yogurt.
No, you did not.
I think that might be the weirdest one.
I
went through a phase of making real weird snackers. Like, just to try it out. Hula hoop sandwich is quite good. Like spaghetti hoops.
In primary school, I used to empty my sandwiches and get people to give me whatever they thought would be weird in my sandwiches, like whatever sweets and stuff, and eat it just to get some attention.
I wish you and Tony went to the same school.
Now I host a podcast to get attention.
I've told you about the the way you turn the bags inside out?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you take a piece of their ham out, put an IOU, and then put the sandwich inside out. So there's nothing in it, just a piece of paper and the butter on the outside. And then you wrap it back up.
Yeah.
Question 1.
Yeah.
Would you rather be frozen in ice for 50 years or have an action figure of yourself?
Oh, see, these are really weirdly lined up. Like, what was it? You were frozen in ice and you just thawed out and you were grand and you were the same age and you hadn't aged and all this and you were healthy after a couple of days or something, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so now it's 49 and a half years really now, because it was about half a year ago that we did it.
Yeah.
And you chose being frozen in ice above being in a coma for 3 years.
Did I?
Let's have a look at the
I don't think I would have.
No, I don't think
telling everyone
out
there's a spreadsheet. No. So me and Tony said that we'd like to be frozen 50 years like Captain America.
Cockheads.
Tony thought he would be Captain America. I think that's why he picked it. And Liam said he'd like to be in a coma for 3 years. But the other one you did agree on. So you agreed that you'd both like an action figure rather than being in a video game.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't even know now, looking back now. I don't even think I want to be 50 years ahead. I don't even want to be 2 months ahead.
I want to go back.
Yeah.
Go back to when it was all okay.
Go on 2 months ahead. Lou. Everything's going on. God knows what's going to happen next. Every month you're like, yeah, here we go again.
We were so young and naive 6 months ago.
I saw a very funny meme of the Joker showing It the Clown.
Oh, yeah, 2021.
Does he like put a pencil through your eye as well, or no? Just kidnaps children.
Why would he put a pencil through your eye?
That's what Joker did in Dark Knight.
Oh, I didn't.
That was in the Dark Knight. It's a brilliant film.
Sure, it's brilliant, but I haven't watched.
5 stars.
On iTunes.
So Tony, you predicted that if you're frozen in ice 50 years, you might have a fear of ice cream, and then you kept going on about it.
I got you that
t-shirt. You pictured that there might be round bananas in the future, and you were quite excited about that.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Like, you never know, because how fruit changes if you ever look at pictures.
When you said round banana, I like that idea.
A round banana, like a donut banana.
You said you peel it like an orange.
Yeah.
And we thought you might have meant like a full ring of banana, but you actually meant that it would be like
spherical,
you peel it like an orange.
Pretty cool.
He was definitely thinking about the donut style now, like a ring donut.
Yeah. He's changed. You've changed, man.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Oh.
Jeez, see what I mean? Past me was great. Like,
he was great. I like
Frozen in ice. 50 years. No, I still don't feel like I want that. I think the doll would be grand, like action figure.
The doll. Why'd you call it a doll? You never said doll last time. You just is it because since then we've watched Turbo Man?
Yeah, I think maybe that is
Not
it.
Turbo
It's
Man.
an action figure,
Jingle all the
Turbo Man.
way.
Yeah. No, they say Turbo Man dolls, I don't they? Yeah, maybe that's where I got it
Yeah,
from.
they call it a doll.
Mine had a tail, didn't it? But I didn't pick a tail last week, so
Your Chase variant had a tail.
So that's still on the table.
can it now have a spherical banana,
Yeah. Just a yellow ball is what it might.
and you can peel it and put it back on.
Peelable
Peelable.
accessories is what Tony wants.
Peelable accessories. I'm going to have a word with the good people at Mattel and see what we can do. I don't think that's been done before.
Yeah, you see what I mean?
It could be like magnetic, couldn't it? Just
Yeah.
like flips back. Be clever, Tom.
Susie Soccer got an early mention in this episode.
Did she?
But she wasn't called Susie Soccer. She was just Susie. There was just Tony just referred to someone called Susie.
The nurse. The nurse was talking to Susie.
Susie, huh?
The nurse that fell in love with you, is it?
Yeah.
And
Some shite coming out of my mouth, like.
and Liam, I suggested that you could meet someone better in the future, and your girlfriend hasn't spoken to me since. So there's that.
Yeah. And rightly so, I think.
Rightly so. It was a weird thing to say.
You never know. It could be like Captain America and Avengers. She'll be all old and you're young and you're like, oh, hey,
Yeah.
how are you?
I think she was kind of coming around to the fact, that she might actually talk to him. Like, then you mentioned anal beads as a Christmas gift, so I really that put you on mute for another 6 months, I think.
Well, that's okay. Just in time to have her on when I replace you guys. When it's Would You Rather with Big Mike and the girls.
Gamer girls tonight.
You fucking saw this coming. Tony's rebranding himself so I can still be part of the podcast.
Gamer Girl 69 and Lily's GF 69.
Gamer girl and Radio Girl.
Yeah.
No, Radio Rhonda. That's it.
Is she related to Susie Soccer or no? Because they have different surnames.
I am Radio Rhonda.
She sounds class. Go on, give us a bit of Radio Rhonda. That's very good.
You just gotta wait. You gotta wait to see it.
Okay, I'm excited. I feel like she might be a recurring character.
Yeah, she could be. Radio Rhonda.
The Iceman. You'd be called the Iceman when you come out, wouldn't you?
If you called yourself that, sure thing, yeah.
You'd be like the Iceman.
I think they'd call you that.
You'd be famous though, coming out of the ice. If you won the first, you'd be famous.
Yeah.
You would. Be like, everyone be watching you defrost.
For anyone that is wondering why I giggled there, Tony was making a hilarious face of a frozen man.
You'd feel like a microwave dinner or something, wouldn't you?
Would you?
You would. Coming out
Frozen.
all soggy and all like.
And then they put you in the microwave, I suppose you would, yeah.
And like, how would they defrost you? Just with hair dryers or what? What's the science behind that?
I mean, what's the science behind freezing you in the first place?
Yeah, I suppose.
No, but you just crash into a glacier. That's how you get frozen the first time. Ovs.
Do you think that's how it works?
That's what happened to Captain America, isn't it?
Is it?
Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he just kind of crashed into the sea, didn't he?
And where was he frozen? Under the sea?
Yeah, under the sea.
Yeah.
He wrote Little Mermaid in the actual comics.
Uh-huh.
That's where I got it
Okay. You're learning something.
It was like Peggy, not Piggy, but Peggy, and not her science teacher, but like Peggy, the character from the movie Captain America, the first Avenger. Peggy, we're going to go on a date and go dancing. And she's like, yeah, that's nice. And he's like, oh man, why did I wait till I was about to crash to ask you out? And then he crashed.
It's very sad.
And then what Tony said earlier about her still being alive, and it was sad. But then it was nice in the end, but I won't spoil it for you.
Yeah.
And would my action figure, would it be expensive? You're talking like, what, 100 quid or something?
I'm talking, you're talking 30, 40, 50 quid, yeah. It's good,
It's
premium.
cheap, like, is that for the cheap one?
21 points of articulation.
Mine would be minimum like 100 quid.
Yeah.
Otherwise it's too cheap.
So you don't want it if it's worth any less than 100 quid?
Yeah.
But then, like, you don't want it to sell?
Oh, it will. It would.
It will, okay. Okay. You're just
Nobody
you're
would
just
buy it if it was
confident
under
about that.
100 quid.
Yeah, they'd be like, this cheap tat.
Look at this cheap shite.
This doesn't look like Gamer Girl 69's brand either.
Mine's going to be solid gold in the middle of it. Like.
In the middle.
Yeah, just in the middle.
In the middle. So it's really heavy.
And since that question, we've actually invented the Would You Rather Castle. So like that could be the big playset that's sold separately.
Yeah.
Batteries not included.
Yeah.
Yeah. A little torture chamber that Tony fits into snugly.
Little moat.
Little moat. What was the moat full of? Soup, was it?
Soup, I think, maybe,
Yeah, leek and onion soup. It changes every week.
Such a time.
You're making a lot of soup, Tony.
It's Tony's only job every week. He just changes out the soup.
Yeah, well, with the interview skills I gave him, I suppose that's the only job he can get.
What's your greatest weakness? Not soup, anyway.
Absolutely not. My biggest strength would be thinking of soups,
Yeah.
not just making.
Like leek and onion must have taken you ages to think of.
No, it just came to me.
Did it? So
I don't think too much about it. Like, but
so it's not like a time-consuming
It's just an
thing. It's just
intuition.
you're really good at it. Okay,
it's
okay.
just an intuition.
Sorry, man. I'm really not getting it.
That was very interesting piece of conversation there.
Thanks, Mike.
It was super, one might say, huh?
Tony, have you ever made gazpacho soup?
Well, it's just cold soup, like.
Yeah, all our Red Dwarf fans who are listening to this podcast are like, oh, gazpacho
Gazpacho.
soup, huh?
A Vindaloo and a
And
beer.
I'm not going to say anything else about it. Sorry?
A Vindaloo and a beer.
Lou and a beer?
Vindaloo and a beer, Mike.
Vindaloo and a beer. Oh, Rimmer, you twat.
Schmeghead.
Oh, man.
I actually started watching Takeshi's Castle
It's a good
recently.
show. It's a
Fuck
good
it,
show.
I forgot how funny that was, man.
It's a good show.
So
I
good.
hated it. It made me feel so sad watching it.
Really? Why?
Even though, right, I've spent most of my life wasting my life, when I would watch Takeshi's Castle, it would make me feel like I was really wasting my life, like more than anything else I could do.
Why?
It just seemed like the absolutely most pointless thing that ever existed, and it made me sad to watch it.
That's exactly why it's brilliant.
Yeah, I think that's why it's so good.
Yeah,
I saw one winner, and then it just cut to black. Like that, you didn't tell you what he got, anything. Like no, just he won. Well done.
Well, they usually kill the people that lost. You know?
It seemed like that. It came across quite like that.
You ever seen Ninja Warrior?
Yeah, that was quite good though.
Yeah.
There was a lot of skill in that.
Yeah, no skill in Takeshi's.
Total Wipeout. That was another one I liked.
That's like the USA version.
what with
Ninja Warrior.
the Floor is Lava, a new show on Netflix now, season 1 streaming now.
Pretty terrible.
That sounds awful.
It is.
Is it actually just people making videos going to floor's lava? Is it just that?
No, it's like a game show where they have to cross through rooms that are like full of lava.
I don't like
by
that.
using
Don't
different
like that.
things and pulling different levers and dropping different bridges and stuff. It's terrible. It reminded me a bit of that one. Do you remember that one that Blind Boy or maybe both Rubber Bandits did the voiceover for? It was an English one.
No.
Did anyone watch that? No, I can't remember what it was called. But
Did anyone at home watch that? Message in at Big Mike Pod. The good thing about the Floor is Lava, I suppose, if you were frozen in ice for 49.5 years, drop yourself in some lava,
die
Melt.
instantly.
Just
Yeah.
melt everything.
melt and die, yeah.
My action figure is going to be all right in lava. That's why it's costing 100 quid.
Lava
Yeah.
proof.
Yeah.
Lava proof.
Lava proof.
Is it going to be flame retardant?
No, just lava proof. Don't be burning it. Don't go burning it.
But what did mine say? I would have a red panda as my chase variant.
You asked for that, and I rejected it.
Oh yeah, so it was Sewage Tank Inspector.
A shirt that said Einan.
What was it?
It was, and you didn't like it. And I had my little hat that I got in the first week of weird things we bought that no one remembers since because we never brought it up again.
Oh yeah,
So that probably wouldn't be my chase variant.
well, you've been wearing it ever since. We just never brought it up.
Just never mentioned it.
It's part of you now, you know.
Part of my brand.
Well, like I don't see any downside to a fucking action figure. Sorry, not doll. Like I see downsides to being frozen in ice for 50 years.
Right, but do you see upsides?
To be frozen in ice? No.
Potentially getting out of COVID world if it might be worse by then, obviously.
That's the other thing. You might just fucking be landed in even worse shit, so but you might live through all the shit.
Or there might be nothing to be unfrozen. Like, there might be nothing here, like 50.
The way things are going, yeah, maybe.
Well, that's a nice thought.
Oh, no.
You just stay in the ice forever.
That'd be the same as just fucking, like, do you want to die now, maybe? Or do you want an action figure and you can live?
Yeah.
Forever.
But no one will buy it because Tony's priced it out of the market.
Tony's only priced his own one out of the market. He hasn't priced my one.
Yeah, but my price is reasonable. Like, I'm being nice about it.
Liam, how much would yours be?
15 quid.
50 quid.
Maybe
Yours is going
$16.99.
to look like shit compared to Tony's. Or did all the money just go into the flame retardant thing and the peeling accessory? And the quality is the exact same?
He said there was going to be gold inside. Like,
Gold inside, it's going to blink, it's going to walk around and talk to you. It's going to be like, what you call it? Not Google, what's the Google thing? What? Not Siri, what's it?
Who? That
Alexa or whatever. It's going to
the
be like
AI?
that. Yeah, be like that. Here, play some music there. Yeah, no problem.
I think, Tony, what you've done, right, is you've gone past action figure, right? You went past playable toy and just went straight to robot.
Well, it's a toy as well.
It's a toy, okay,
Toy
but it
and
needs to be an
robot.
action figure. So you need to take the robotics out of it, step back a few paces, put the gold inside if you really want, but I don't think Mattel are going to go for that.
Be surprised.
Do you know what I mean? It's not, the question isn't, would you like to design your own action figure? Do you know, I'm sure you might have some kind of say in it, but the question is, would you like to have an action figure?
I'm just going to go with the ice.
Right, are we ready for an answer, do you think? Or
Well, I definitely am, yeah.
we still mulling it over?
I'll take the action figure, please.
Okay, Liam's gone with the action figure. And Tony?
Iceman.
Sorry?
Iceman.
Iceman. You went for Iceman. Okay. Well, as the tiebreaker, I'm going to go for the obvious one. Have an action figure. And to be honest, unless Tony tries to sabotage it, I think the action figure might go all the way to the final.
I don't know. It depends what it comes up against, like.
Yeah, it depends. The ice one was pretty good, actually. Sad to see it go. But yeah, so...
It's that
Hate
time
to
of
see you
year.
leave, but you love to see you walk away, you know?
That ice is such a nice bum.
Oh, yeah. Look at the ice on that.
Yeah.
Sexist. So, Liam
What?
said he
What?
would like to have an action
What?
figure of
No,
himself.
go back.
And
go back.
Tony
Go
said
back, you cunt.
he would like to be
No, go
frozen
back,
in ice.
Mike, we're not
ice
listening.
for
I'm going to
49
fucking
and a half
cut out what you're
years.
saying.
Does ice
No.
But let us know
wait a
over on
second now, Mike.
Facebook, Twitter,
Why
and Instagram
was
at
that
Big Mike
sexist?
Pod. What would you rather?
Why was that sexist? We never gave the ice sex.
You'd like to, though, wouldn't you?
What do you mean by that?
Look, lads,
No. You said sexist. What did you mean?
I already did the ending bit.
No,
Can we
but I
just
told
move
you
on?
to stop. You had your fucking chance to stop, and you didn't stop. Why would you think that's sexist? Is it because you yourself are sexist and you jumped to a conclusion?
Yeah, well, no, I'm just projecting my sexism onto everyone else. All right,
Why would you do that?
just
Mike?
like that prick, Pat Nicholas Stapleton. I know your middle name now. I listened to your interview finally. You
Good old
were a bit
Saint Nick, we
sexist.
call him.
So,
Was
Good
he?
old Saint Nick.
let us know over on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Big Mike Pod. What would you rather? Would you rather every time you make a mistake, the sad trombone noise plays, or if all public transport were roller coasters?
Oh, yeah.
I don't like either one of these.
Oh, these are good though. I like these questions.
So the sad trombone was up against Ring of Fire, and you both picked the sad trombone.
I know, but I do a lot of things wrong, like. So I'll just be constant. Real annoying, like. And everyone can hear it, can't they?
Everyone can hear it. Yeah, it plays out loud.
Just constant, like, oh, shut the fuck up. Fuck! And roller coasters are scary.
Yeah, you didn't pick the roller coaster, Tony. You, for once, you didn't pick the fun answer. You said for all public transport
nothing fun
to go
about a roller coaster,
5 miles an hour, and that you would just walk everywhere.
Yeah.
Selfish.
If the roller coaster is just a steady straight, like a train track or a monorail.
It's got
you
loops
know?
and twists.
Yeah.
It's got loops and twists, man.
I'm just going to lose all my shit as well.
Liam, you were pretty worried that you were going to get puked on a lot.
That
Yeah.
would be pretty funny.
Oh, if I got puked on with it.
That'd be a prospect. we take public transport. We're not walking today, Limbo.
Tony's just getting sick of it.
Yeah.
The thing is, Tony's going to be walking everywhere, like, with just people getting sick down on top of him.
Jeez, that'd be terrible, wouldn't it?
Wouldn't it, Tom?
You'd be making jobs for someone, though. Someone just going around cleaning sick.
Yeah.
Sick
You're all about the busy work, aren't you, Tony?
What's that?
Puke pickers.
Yeah, puke pickers is a good one.
Is that like just do you know, like a really nice policeman? It's like sick patrol. Okay.
I'm trying to think of
adventurous.
I'm trying to think of a vomit one. But it'll probably just be down to the normal street cleaners, wouldn't it?
Yeah, normal guys, huh? You're not the cool.
Just adding to their workload.
That's it. Everyday heroes.
You'd give them a new uniform, though, or something like a hazmat.
Tesco one.
Tesco one, yeah.
Or what? What's the other option?
You got yourself the roller coaster, and then you got yourself the trombone.
The trombone.
And can I just play the trombone myself instead?
As well.
Yeah, as well. You can do whatever you want with the trombone. I'm not going to question it. But
behind closed doors, Mike. Okay.
It's one time a band camp.
But the noise will still play, whether you're playing it as well or not.
Jesus.
Yeah, so you could
behind
drown
closed
out
doors. That would still happen. Like.
You could drown out the sad one with your one.
To be fair, everything you do behind closed doors, it'll probably just be playing non-stop. Like.
Yeah. Imagine fucking living in a apartment beside me. Will you shut up? I'm not doing it, I swear. He keeps playing music. I'm not.
Imagine you had a baby, right? Imagine you found someone who you really loved, right? I know that's hard to believe. Imagine you found someone you really loved and you decided to have a baby. First you got married first because you really loved each other and you lived together for 10 years and then you decided to have a baby. And I know you're both getting a bit...
You think you have to do that? You think you have to do that, Mike?
I think you can do it if you want to. I think in Tony's situation, that's the way to do it. So imagine that happened, right? Imagine that happened, right? And then that happened.
Maybe
so Tony's having a baby with this lady, right? It's like they're all happy.
This lady. Hey, you lady.
They're Susie Soccer, let's say, or Rhonda Radio or whatever her name was. So let's say they just had a baby, right? And they were in love and they thought it was going to be great. And they had the room all painted like nice and blue and pink. And they said, like it's blue and pink because whether you're a girl or a boy, we're not sexist here at the Big Mike Castle because it's going to be in the Big Mike Castle. Imagine.
Mike busts through the door and he's like, no, I am sexist. Change this paint color now.
You're thinking of Pat.
No, I'm thinking of Mike.
So imagine, right, if that happened and then the lady gave birth to this child. And as she gave birth, the sad trombone music played.
As if it's someone else's?
Like
No, it was a mistake.
Implying that it was a mistake.
That was a mistake.
Someone else's.
That's right.
Well, it'd have to be Liam's then, because he's the only other person who has a trombone.
For some reason, I pictured that with having like a crowd in the background as well. I don't know why. Oh, hey! Live action version of
wow. Something. One born every minute.
Benjamin Button, full circle.
Is it? Comes out fully grown. It's
a grown man.
How does that happen?
He comes out baby.
I didn't see
a really old.
He's a small little wizened old man.
So instead of like young, it's really old and like crinkly and stuff, and then he gets younger and younger. And younger.
But some babies do look like old men, don't they?
Oh yeah, I look like a fucking
yeah, crusty
old baby. He gave me a walking stick and everything, man.
Shut up, you No, but I've never seen Benjamin Button.
Yeah, it's a good movie. It's good.
You should watch it.
Is it actually? I thought it was shit.
It's really good. You haven't seen it and you thought it was shit. What's that about? That sounds sexist.
Have you? What? You do not know what sexist means.
Yeah, you sure you know what that means?
No, I thought I heard terrible reviews of it. Like,
oh, do you want to hear my review?
Nah.
Right. Man comes out, old man, grows into young man, bit of a love story, boring bits, but mostly good. 5 stars.
Okay.
This is a good movie.
Brilliant.
The baby's real weird looking.
Yeah.
But some babies do look real old.
And what? When he's like... it's hard to imagine what the movie's about unless I watched it. Maybe
just watch it and that.
No, because
it's
like
exactly what we say. Like,
but because like when he's
born old,
when he's an old man, does he look like a baby?
He turns into a baby.
But you say
he's going to ruin the ending.
A giant baby.
I'm going to ruin it. That would make sense. It's a massive baby, like.
but I don't understand.
That actually makes sense.
How does he? He doesn't. So he grows up and he grows back down.
Yeah, that's the flaw. It's flawed there, all right. You're actually onto something there. That should have been.
Okay, I'll have to watch it.
But yeah, no, you're dead right. Though I think he should be a giant baby.
Yeah.
If he's a small,
I haven't even
man.
seen it, and I'm
If he's
making
a
it
small
better.
old
Like.
man, like. Well, yeah, but it just wouldn't make for a good movie. A giant baby.
Okay, so I'm not making it a better movie. I'm just making the storyline more plausible.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Do you like roller coasters?
Tell you what, I like the little kiddie ones.
Like a merry-go-round.
That's
No,
weird.
you know the little tiny ones with the caterpillar and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they're tiny ones. Like
But you don't like the
they're nice.
kind of much worse ones than that, the big scary ones.
No, they're just dangerous. People lose their heads and arms and fall off them, and you know what I mean. It's just not safe to be doing that
Yeah.
every day.
Like, the idea of a roller coaster is a bit insane, like, but I quite like the buzz.
The upkeep of it all for everyday use all the time is just it's not feasible.
You don't think
No.
so?
No.
Tony, sometimes you're happy that jobs are being created, and then sometimes you're like, "No, it'd be too much work." Like, do you know? Surely the upkeep and the maintenance is going to keep loads of people in work, but you don't want people to work
I'm just a
maintaining
realist,
public
Mike,
transport.
you know?
You want people to work cleaning up your fucking puke.
I'm a realist, yeah, but I don't want people dying either, because then the people have to clean up their dead bodies as well.
Yeah, and the economy booms.
Roadkill.
But the sad trombone noise isn't very good, is it?
Nah.
You wouldn't be hearing that if you fell off anyway.
You wouldn't. Everyone else would. It'd be the last one ever. Like, I don't fucking know. Like, fucking. Well, like. No, but the sad trombone's only inconvenient for, like, me, whereas the roller coaster is public transport.
And everyone around you.
Well, not really, like.
You just hate losing my shit. You'd have to buy, like, special fanny packs or something.
Fanny packs.
Mm.
You could just have a backpack.
Yeah, backpacks still wouldn't work. You couldn't go in a backpack and roller coaster if you're doing loop-the-loops and stuff. You're losing it.
I think I might have said that you could, like, you had a little kind of locker in it.
Okay. I don't know if you did, but we'll
only
take
if you,
it.
Then you
we'll
lose
say
your
for
keys.
small valuables though, not like, do you know, your wallet and your phone and your keys will fit in there, but like not much else.
Yeah.
It'll take ages for some people as well. How do we use this? How do we get that? Will you fucking come on?
And
Late for work,
I
like.
put in the 20 cent and then I turn the key, but the 20 cent doesn't drop out.
I love that in the earlier episode you were like trying to be nice people and you were worried about the old people, and now you're like just annoyed that they're going to be taking too long.
Yeah.
It wouldn't just be a normal roller coaster, it'd be an emotional roller coaster as well.
Oh, very good.
Life is a roller coaster, said Ronan Keating.
Exactly.
Yeah, the famous words of Keating.
Ronan.
Sounds like a poet.
I don't know. No, I think that like the sad trombone would be less annoying than every time I had to use, because I use public transport pretty much every day.
I don't know, like, you get there quick.
Hey?
You get there quick.
Would you get there any quicker, Mike, on a roller coaster?
You would? It'd be quick, eh?
But there'd be so many stops. You wouldn't even be like...
Yeah,
Your neck would be going back and forward because you just... Every stop's 2 minutes, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Unless you're just going all the way up, all the way down. It's just, there's no need to be going up like that. Like. Absolutely no need.
But it would make it'd make places look really cool though, wouldn't it?
Yeah, you need a jacket just all the time.
Everywhere would look like a theme park.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty fucking cool.
Yeah. Theme parks would probably suffer, actually.
Oh, massively, I would say, yeah.
Yeah. You want to go on a roller coaster? Why?
That's how we got here, like.
Yeah.
So what do you think you're going to go for, lads?
I think I'd probably go with a rusty trombone there.
Rusty, you made it rusty yourself. That was your choice.
The trombone.
I think I'm going to go for roller coaster this time.
Okay. Oh, look who's got the little deciding vote again. Little Big Mike.
Little Big Mike.
Little Big Mike. Right, lads. Why does Tony hate roller coasters? Because he never wants to pick it. But I'll tell you who wants to pick what. I'm going to pick roller coasters. Roller coasters are through to the next round.
The suspense nearly killed me there,
I
Mike.
knew you would.
So, Tony went for the sad trombone, which is now out of the competition. And Liam said that he would like if all public transport were roller coasters. But let us know over on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Big Mike Pod. What would you rather? Would you rather if all beer was an 8.4% oatmeal stout, or be able to fly?
Come on.
This is a tough one, lads. Now,
Come on.
So, Liam, you actually didn't want either. Like,
No.
sorry. You didn't want to be able to fly or have a ring of invisibility.
No.
Tony
Hassle me.
wanted to use a ring of invisibility to sneak into concerts.
Yeah.
Tony, do you remember concerts?
That they were those things, weren't they?
Yeah.
These things.
You just go to them.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm kind of thinking about the flying now. It'd be fucking quite nice, wouldn't it?
The what?
The flying. Because you can't fly anywhere, like, you know?
Yeah, well, you're social distancing then, aren't you, huh?
But, like, what did we say about the stamina of flight? Was it the same as walking? It'd take the same out of you?
Yeah.
But you could do it a lot faster than walking, I guess.
I said it would be the same speed, but the fact that you could go over buildings would make it faster.
So what, you're only able to fly as fast as you can walk?
Yeah. Maybe run if you get fit.
Well, you can run, yeah. You could do it as well, faster.
Yeah.
But, you might get tired.
It'd be easier to get fit flying, wouldn't it?
Would you? Flying fit? Flying fit. I'm not really walking fit, I'm flying fit, though.
Well, it'd be more dangerous if you get a stitch.
Yeah, but...
Yeah, it'd be grand. Flying fit would be perfect getting home. You would never need a taxi.
No.
It would always take like 10, 15 minutes.
Mm-hmm. And you're going over buildings.
But you're way too high then. That's the problem.
You don't like that, do you? You're afraid of heights, and
heights. I don't like heights at all.
Well, it'd be dangerous.
Heights are my kryptonite, you know?
Do you come from the planet height?
Well, then I wouldn't be afraid of heights, would I?
Yeah. Because he's from Krypton, isn't he?
Oh, is he?
Mm-hmm.
That's not clever writing. It's just not, like...
What was the other option?
All beer is an 8.4% oatmeal stout.
Oh, but why would you want? Why would you want that? Like,
Oatmeal stout.
do you know, if I can fly and have all the delicious beer I have in the world now, should like, you know,
Yeah.
like this is fucking a bit outrageous of a question.
You ever cooked your oats in Guinness?
Nah,
No?
I don't know when I've cooked oats, to be honest. What's like porridge?
Yeah.
Nah, never did that in Guinness.
Oh.
Just for brekkie, like.
I don't know. I imagine it would be similar to what you're fucking drinking in this.
So Liam, you actually picked a 2% light lager over the oatmeal stout,
Yeah,
and Tony and me picked the oatmeal stout.
yeah.
Tony picked the ring of invisibility, which we said was a bit creepy, and me and Liam picked the ability to fly. So
Yeah, but
That's where
like
we
you
are
could
at the
probably
moment.
live off the oatmeal stout then. That's all you're drinking. You're getting your nutrients.
But you don't have to drink it at all, like.
you never have to drink it.
I know this.
No pressure.
I'm aware. But you can fly or have all the beers in the world right now. It doesn't make sense. You know, there probably is an 8% oatmeal stout that you can have as much as you want and you can fly.
But just don't
Yep.
be drinking and flying. Definitely don't do that.
Well, you don't need to. No, you can, no, you could drink and fly.
Don't be drinking and flying.
Well, you might hit a building and fall to your death.
I think it's safer than drinking and walking home.
You don't do that either. Never do that.
Like, this is like, do you want the ability to fly? Did you literally never have to use if you don't want to? Or you're only able to drink 8% oatmeal stout when you want to drink?
8.4%. Don't forget that 4.4%.
Sorry.
Why isn't it 8%?
Because 8.4 kind of sounded funnier to me when I was writing the question originally.
That's clever writing.
Yeah.
That's clever.
But like, this is really like, there's no downside to picking flying.
Yeah, there is.
Okay, pick it then.
But why?
Why?
There's no downside.
But you don't have to fly if you don't want to.
Yeah, but like, you'd be real tempted, wouldn't you?
You would, wouldn't
You
you?
wouldn't not, like.
Like, I'd fly everywhere all the time
You
now.
wouldn't
I've given
not.
up. I used to be afraid of, like, you know, people ratting me out or whatever.
The fans actually disagreed with us on both things.
Really?
So they picked the 2% light lager and the ring of invisibility.
So they disagreed with you on both things, Mike.
Yeah, not on us.
Yeah,
They
they actually
disagreed
agreed
on
with
both
us
things.
once each. They disagreed with
Ring
you
of
twice.
Invisibility, thank you very much.
2% lager, TYVN.
Do you think they're intentionally disagreeing with me?
No, I don't think so. I really
Do you think
don't.
they have it out for me?
No, I don't think so. Like, you said you finally listened to the interview with Pat. People had your back, man. People were coming up to him in the street. People like you, Mike.
Spitting on his feet. I saw it. Why wasn't he wearing shoes? That's my question.
He didn't
Yeah.
say they were spitting on his feet.
Well, I pictured
We
it.
just magically fly. We just hover. Basically, we just hover up. We hover down.
Yeah, like, you have the power to do it, like.
You don't get any like weird wings or like.
No.
You hold your hands out to the side.
You have to hold your hands out to the side.
Yeah.
kind of like Iron Man to get up, and then can you put them to the side, or you always have to have them spread out?
No, always as if they're wings. You don't have to flap them, but you have to hold them. For everyone listening at home, I'm holding my arms out as if.
And
I'm
what if
flying.
what if you're carrying something like a baby or something?
Yeah.
In your stomach?
Just carrying, casually carrying
strap
a
them
baby.
to yourself, maybe. But yeah, no, it's not ideal for transporting goods. Like,
Well, it wouldn't be bad. You just have a bag, wouldn't you?
yeah,
On your back, like, grand.
Shopping bags as well.
Yeah, and then the day you do the extra shopping, the 2 bags and
Your
either
arms would be dead, like.
But it'd be pretty weightless, like.
I don't think it would be. If you're holding your arms out. What, are you going to carry shopping bags like that?
But you're flying, like.
So what? You're not going to carry shopping bags with your arms out. Have you ever done that?
What?
Even if you're
But you're
flying.
flying, like. You're like horizontal.
Why would that be weightless? Your arms are still out.
have you ever people go to the gym and they like lie forward
on a
on the kind of bench
yeah, and
and
hold
lift
the
up
bags
weights?
out.
That's not easy.
But what part of you is creating the flight, like? Your feet or your arms?
You're just floating. You're just going.
You're kind of
You're
your
not
insides.
swimming in the air.
You're not
like.
carrying that weight if you're flying, like.
Of course you are.
Your
It's not a machine.
your little engine inside is going.
When you're walking and you're carrying a bag, you're still holding the weight. How is that any different?
I feel it'd be different.
No, it wouldn't. If anything, it would be more heavier because it's more.
But where's the pressure, like?
Because you're flying.
But you've got like, it's fucking hard to explain it. So you
literally think of carrying a bag
But
like
you
you're
think-
standing on the ground. It'd be the same
it
thing.
wouldn't.
Liam, you're thinking that gravity doesn't exist.
For you,
I'm telling you, it
essentially.
still exists.
But it would for the bags.
Oh,
So
it
what?
still
While we're
exists.
flying,
You're
we're
having
being pulled down the entire time.
Yeah, but your body is pushing itself back up.
Yeah, your body is because it's tough enough
but
to do it.
it's
Is it
yeah,
your feet?
and it's the
or
same energy as
Where
walking.
do you have the fucking muscles for flight, like?
in your tum tums.
In your tummy. In your tummy.
It doesn't matter.
In your
like,
little belly,
still,
yeah.
The bags will still be heavy.
Liam,
There's no, like, you can't dispute the bags will just not have weight. It doesn't make sense.
picture this. Tony is carrying you everywhere, right?
Yeah.
Like a surfboard or an ironing board. That's how he carries them home from the shop. Over his head,
Yeah.
right? You have your arms out, right? So you're putting in no effort to fly, right? So technically that's easier than if you were flying and you had to use some effort. Now put 2 bags in your arm. That's not just going to be tough on Tony. That's going to be tough on both of you.
I beg to differ.
You think if Tony was carrying you above his head and you had bags in your arms, you wouldn't feel it.
But we're flying. The laws of gravity aren't the same, like.
Well, they are. I'm telling you, they are. Usually it's Tony that disagrees with me.
The same.
But like, I don't understand where you think this power of flight is coming from. It's not like a plane. It's not like a bird. It's coming from your entire body, I'm presuming.
It would just be like walking. He
So
said it
if-
was like walking anyway, you know?
But if your body has the power to lift you off the ground just by putting your arms
Yeah.
out,
Because your tummy goes.
your tummy goes. That's a perfect explanation.
Why would the bags all of a sudden have no weight?
They wouldn't have no weight, but like if you have that power to lift yourself off the ground, a couple of bags won't be a bother.
I don't get that at all.
So it uses the exact same energy as walking, as I keep saying.
Yeah, you're saying the same energy, but it's not the same muscles. It's not the same law of gravity.
Same law of gravity.
Gravity is the same everywhere.
But how can it be how can you fucking fly it in? Explain that.
Well, that's a ridiculous thing. That you just can't.
You fucking
like,
can't
you know?
then. Pick the fucking stout. If you won't let a good thing happen to yourself, pick the fucking stout.
I'm letting the good thing happen. I don't care about carrying bags. I'm just saying it wouldn't be an issue.
You could carry bags of stout.
I'm telling you, it would be an issue because
But I
make the
disagree.
fucking questions.
There's only one way to find out. You're gonna have to pick flying.
Right, Tony, what would you rather?
I'm gonna go flying.
Yeah, me too. I'll show you, cunt.
Okay. Tony and Liam both said that they would like to be able to fly. But let us know over on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Big Mike Pod. What would you rather? Right, lads, here we are at Mike's Conspiracy Corner, as I've just named it, as it's the last episode ever.
Perfect timing.
So I said last time that I'd be bringing out the big guns this week. So what do you think? Do you think I was bluffing you and it's a shit one, or do you think it's a good one?
I reckon you mightn't have anything thought of at the time, but you're going to bring a big gun.
Okay. And Tony, do you have any faith in me?
We'll have to wait and see.
Not for long.
So you won't have to wait long, yeah.
I don't give much away, Mike.
This is one that I like to call the Mandela effect.
I know this.
We know it is.
And it's not just me that calls it that. It's actually quite a lot of people. So,
But you like to call it that.
yeah, you guys know, and maybe some people listening at home know, but maybe some people don't. So the Mandela effect is an unusual phenomenon where a large group of people remember something differently than how it occurred. Conspiracy theorists believe that this is proof of an alternate universe, while many doctors use it as an illustration of how imperfect memory can be sometimes. So, yeah, basically it is just, some people think that there's alternate universes and possibly they've switched universe at some stage, which is why everything is a bit different to how they remember. What do you guys think? Do you think that it's true? Do you think that you have switched universe, or do you think just your memory isn't that good?
I really don't know how to explain this one. I don't know how I feel about it, to be honest.
It's kind of like Chinese whispers, isn't it?
Yeah, is it the fact that someone says, oh, it was like this, and then you're like, oh, I do remember it like that, and then they tell you what it's like now, and you're like, no, it was definitely the first thing I heard, you know? But there's a few of them where I'm like, no, 100% this was a real thing, or this was something that existed. Like,
I think it's just like Chinese whispers. It's a similar concept to Chinese whispers.
So you think it's just because you've heard someone else say that it was one thing?
But no, I'm sure that there was one that I've heard where it was on a Walt Disney movie. Tinkerbell comes out and she puts a dot over an eye with her wand. I'm 100% sure I saw a movie where they did that as a kid. And then apparently that doesn't exist anymore. That blew my mind because I'm like 100% sure I've seen that happen.
What I read is that she spells out the word Disney with her wand and then puts a dot. But there are clips of her putting the dot over the eye in Disney. She has
there
them.
are. Ah.
Yeah, she's never spelled it out. And before every movie, she doesn't do it, which is what people think.
Okay, so she's definitely been there because I heard that she was never on that screen at all. Like,
yeah, no, she has been, definitely.
Oh, okay, that's okay. So then I don't know.
So it's called the Mandela effect. In 2010, it was named this because a paranormal consultant called Fiona Broom had a false memory of the death of Nelson Mandela in prison in the 80s. And he actually died in 2013. So he was the president of South Africa from 94 to 99. So like people who think this happened to Nelson and Mandela actually think it happened before he even became president. They think he died.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah. And so it's shared between thousands of people.
It's baffling, isn't it?
So another one, I hadn't heard of this before I did my research. In 2010, there was a study that examined people familiar with the clock at a Bologna Centrale railway station, which was damaged in the Bologna massacre bombing in August 1980. In the study, 92% of respondents falsely remembered the clock had remained stopped since the bombing, when in fact the clock was repaired shortly after the attack. So everyone just assumes that clock was never working again, and it was.
Jesus.
So I thought we'd do a quiz of some famous ones. So
okay, this is exciting.
Some of these you might have heard of before.
Yeah.
So you might be able to guess it, but I'm just going to go from your memory. What does this thing look like?
Okay.
So do you know Curious George, the monkey?
Kind of, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. What does he look like? Just describe him quickly.
Like orange and yellow.
He's just a little brown monkey with a long tail, cheeky face.
Yeah. He has no tail.
He doesn't have a tail?
Never had a tail.
Yeah, he doesn't have tail, yeah.
Wow, I thought I could imagine him hanging from stuff with his tail, to be honest.
Yep. Fruit of the Loom. Nice Irish company.
Yeah.
What's their logo?
Grapes or something, isn't it?
There's grapes in there anyway, for sure. And maybe a pear. And then it's like a fruit basket or like a fruit hat on top. And then it's Fruit of the Loom underneath. But it's definitely grapes and maybe a pear.
So the thing you're describing it's called a cornucopia. It's kind of like almost like a horn made out of wicker. The kind of basket.
Right.
It doesn't exist. It's only fruit in the logo.
I wouldn't have.
I didn't picture the basket. No,
I wouldn't imagine a basket. Just fruit.
Okay, I thought you said basket.
No, it's like an arrangement in a basket or an arrangement on like those fruit hats. Yeah.
I pictured it with the cornucopia behind it.
Oh really? No.
Yeah, and it doesn't exist. What does a Monopoly man look like?
Mustache, top hat.
Monocle?
Monocle, maybe.
Doesn't have a monocle.
And then like in a tux.
Yeah, maybe he doesn't have a monocle. Does he have? He has a mustache and a top hat, right?
I believe he does, yeah, but he does not have a monocle.
Maybe I'm misremembering that, to be fair. He just kind of reminds me of, like, you know, you'd see an eccentric cartoon character and they always
No,
have
the monocle,
monocles.
you're thinking of the nuts.
Yeah.
Nobby's nuts, isn't it?
No,
Mr. Peanut,
I know the
I
one.
think.
Mr. Peanut.
Peanut,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's right. Because he has a top hat as well.
Okay. What does the evil witch say to the mirror in Snow White?
Something of them all.
Who's the fairest of them all? Well, mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all?
Yeah.
Is that what she says?
Yeah. I'm sure there's more to it, but that's how it starts, anyway.
She says magic mirror on the wall.
No.
She does? She doesn't say mirror, mirror.
She definitely did in some...
Could just be misquoted in movies as well.
Yeah, definitely, like...
No, but in movies
Okay.
it could be misquoted. Like,
Yeah, that's what I mean.
and that's how we know that.
Yeah.
Because otherwise I wouldn't...
I just know that saying. I don't even know it from that, like.
What colour is Pikachu's tail?
Black?
Black and yellow? No?
So you picture like yellow with a black kind of end.
Guess so.
Or black with a yellow end? I don't know. Black and
That's
yellow.
how most people picture it. His tail was completely yellow.
Was it?
Okay.
Yeah. How do you spell Looney Tunes? How do you spell the tunes part of Looney Tunes?
Toons?
Neys?
It's
No,
Tunes, as if
Is
like
it?
music. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah, maybe it is. I'm not very good at it. Like, I definitely as a kid, I
Yeah,
wasn't
it is.
looking out for that.
Yeah, it is. Looney Tunes. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Is there a hyphen in the Kit Kat logo?
No.
No.
It's capital K again. Yeah.
Yeah, there isn't.
Yeah.
The Bearstein Bears and the Berenstain Bears. People have heard of that one before, I think. So they're actually called the Berenstain Bears.
Yeah, I've heard of the theory, but I had never actually heard of them anyway, so.
Beam Me Up, Scotty was never said in Star Trek.
Really?
Yeah. And then this one actually got me this time. I might have read about it before, but I got shocked this time. So
Right.
what's the most famous quote from Forrest Gump?
Run, Forrest, run.
Oh, it's life's like a box of chocolates, no?
Yeah.
They never say that in the film.
Yes, to do.
Forrest's mother says to him,
My mum
life
always
is a
says
box
life.
of chocolates.
Yeah, mum always said it.
Life-
Life is a box of chocolates.
Mhm.
Yeah. But everyone always quotes it as life's like.
yeah.
Because it's better. So yeah, that's the Mandela effect. Some people might have heard of it before. I think it's the most interesting conspiracy theory there is.
Yeah, I think it's very interesting. I don't know, would I go along the lines of saying that it's even a conspiracy theory, or it's... I believe that this phenomenon exists, because of course it does. We've, like, one of us has felt some of those things. But it's just the, like, universal consciousness, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, you see Kit Kat and you imagine that word should be hyphenated, so you stick a hyphen in there in your memory anyway. Like.
Yeah, it's like our brains kind of only pick up some of the information and they just fill in the gaps.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's too minuscule of details. Like, if you could think of something really fucking big and go, no, it's that. Well, the Nelson Mandela thing is pretty big, but...
Yeah, but that wasn't in our, our memory line essentially anyway. It happened before we were born.
So are you saying that the Mandela effect is not a real thing? You think that we didn't come from an alternate universe?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
You?
Okay, well, there you go. Probably not. It's probably just that our brains are filling in the blanks.
But I think it's class that we all do the same blanks. Like, we all fill in the same blank with the same piece of information. That's very interesting. Like. And
this is why I always thought it was interesting that, like, in a trial, people's memories are, like, just considered truth. If you think that person's telling the truth, you just assume that their memory is correct.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, I remember things, like, I don't remember things I've seen minutes afterwards sometimes. My memory, like, messes things up. It puts people in the wrong place.
Yeah,
so this is a note for all our listeners. Maybe our old episodes were really good and you just forgot them.
Go back, check them out, and stick a 5-star review on iTunes.
5-star review on TripAdvisor, please.
You're the reason they're getting confused.
So that's our second round of end segments over. Did you enjoy them?
Yeah. Which one do you think was better for you, Mike?
Oh, thanks for asking. I think the conspiracy theory one, but I did enjoy buying the weird stuff.
Yeah.
It's just I have a lot of weird stuff in my house now.
We all do.
Yeah.
Tony's is all packed up and ready to go, though.
including some of our listeners,
Wow, what? You've got some of our listeners in your house.
in my basement. So,
I have some packed in a box.
Tony, since you told us about Radio Rhonda, maybe she'd like to see us out this episode.
I can't even remember how she sounded. Radio Rhonda.
Yeah.
You said you were going to bring her back and you never did.
I'm excited.
Radio Rhonda. See you later now. We'll do a full one with her.
Thanks, bye.
Full episode with her. Bye-bye.
Thanks, bye.
See you now.
Watch your back, Mike. I'm coming for you.